good morning everyone. My name is Angeline Sanchez and I'm a student of Applied Linguistics of English Language from the Autonomous University of Santo Domingo. Today, my team and I, the unstoppable team, are going to talk about the language variety focuses in this article from the Amanah Islamic Modern College. Let's start. Language variety is a variation of the use of a language such as dialect, accent, and foreign language contact is the influence between one language to another, directly or indirectly. In Al-Amanat College, there are different language speakers. They speak and they teach their students a religious education. Their variation of language is influenced by the content of different language and regions. Their students speak more than two languages. We can mention English, Arabic, and Japanese, but their main focus is the English language. This college is located in Indonesia, and the language regions are Javanese, Subraja, and Sidoarja dialect and accent. Now, this study is focuses on the language variety existing in the college seen from language in content, which discuss the phenomena and aspects that become the result of the language in content. Now, this is just an introduction of our world show today, but my partners are going to continue talking about this article a little bit more deeper to know a little bit more about the language variety specific in this college. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Ederson Reyes from La Vega, Dominican Republic, and today I'm going to talk with you about language varieties in Amanah Islamic Modern College. Our topic for today are purpose of study and research questions about language varieties, and last, research method. I hope you enjoy them. Let's talk about research questions and purposes of study. Question number 1. How are language varieties? And its purpose to describe them. Question number 2. Why students use those kind of language varieties? And its purpose to know why students use them. Question number 3. What extent the students' language varieties can be accepted in the English Speakers Society, and its purpose to know the acceptability of those language varieties in the English Speakers Society. In this research, they randomly chose students from Amanah Islamic Modern College and other foreigners from Russia, Brazil, United States of America, and Australia. Data was divided into 3 types: linguistics, information, and assessments. 4 techniques were applied: observations, interviews, questionnaires, and assessments. There were 2 students of 9 and 11th grade, 4 students of 8th and 10th grade, and 5 students of 12th grades. Thanks for your attention.
Hi, good morning. My name is Elena. Let's continue talking about results and discussions focused on language variety phenomena in language intended. What is language variety? It is a variation of using a language. Language variety often appear in bilingual speaker or multilingual one. Moreover, the system of a language content may have consequences. The consequences are that there are some other language phenomena which are caused by language in content. Amanah Islamic Modern College has only some phenomena. They are multilingualism, interference, integration, co-switching, code mixing, pinging, Creole, and language shift. Multilingual community means that the community has more than two languages to speak and to communicate each other. Interference, it is the effect of language learners' first language on the production of the language they are learning. For other hands, we have integration. Integrations and language can be called as integration when a language is adopted by another language and it's used in the recipient one as its own. Code switching and code mixing often happen in the bilingual and multilingual community. Thank you very much. My partners will continue talking about other interesting topics.
So good morning, my name is Eliana Ullo, and this part I'm going to talk about the factors of the language varieties, existing multilingualism, Javanese as the majority. So many factors have influence in multilingualism changes. In addition, the following factors influencing a multilingual acquisition will be discussed. The first one is the second or multiple language acquisition, and the second one is the language dominance and proficiency. Also, we can say that the language maintenance, language model, language deceleration, cross-linguistic influence, and that's his language. In this article, we focus on the difference that a student of Amanah Islamic Modern College, and they are an example of multilingual speakers. They can speak in their own ethnic language, Indonesian, English, Arabic, and refined Javanese. However, when they create English, the structures of their language are based on the structures of Surabayaba and Sidoaryo Javanese. So we can say that why do language variety exist? So many varieties of language develop for a few reasons. First of all, of the geographical reasons, people who live in different geographical areas often develop distinct dialects and variation of standard English.
The language varieties acceptability based on the four foreigners. To know whether the students' language varieties are acceptable or not, here there are four assessments which were done by the foreigners who came from Russia, Brazil, United States of America, and Australia. They stated that those language varieties are unacceptable. It means that those language varieties cannot be understood. The assessments by the four foreigners who came from different countries stated that the language varieties of the students of Amanah Islamic Modern College are, in other words, it can be stated that English, which is influenced by the dialect and the accent of an ethnic language, cannot be understood. According to Chomsky, there are some possibilities relations between grammatically and acceptability. Here you can see the possible relations. Number one, grammatical and acceptable sentence. It happens when the syntactical structure of a sentence is correct and makes sense. Here you have the example. I read my books every day. Number two, ungrammatical and unacceptable sentence. It happens when the syntactical structure of a sentence is incorrect and automatically does not make sense. Here you have the example. Books, I read, I every day. Another example is when the ungrammatical language varieties of Amanah Islamic Modern College students cannot be understood by foreigners. Number three, grammatical and unacceptable sentence. When a sentence has the correct structure syntactically, however, it doesn't make any sense. It sometimes depends on the context. The example is, the flower whispers me. It has a correct English structure, but the meaning is unacceptable because logically the sense is nonsense. It can also be acceptable when it is used in the literature field such as poem, so the context is really important here. And number 4, ungrammatical and acceptable sentence. If a sentence or an utterance syntactically is correct, it is called as ungrammatical. However, if it makes sense, it is considered as acceptable. The example is, I have done the take note with octave. The language varieties in Amanah Islamic Modern College are obviously ungrammatical. However, it can be accepted by the students of Amanah Islamic Modern College. In conclusion, the language varieties which are considered acceptable in Amanah Islamic Modern College, in fact, are unacceptable for the foreigners. Indeed, acceptability is really concerning with the speakers and interlocutors' competitiveness. However, the barometer of the acceptability of English in this study is the foreigners. If the foreigners can understand that, it means that the English of Amanah Islamic Modern College can be used internationally. We can conclude saying that there are many language varieties phonema in Amanah Islamic Modern College, seen from language in content. The languages which are in contact are English and Japanese. The language varieties are in the forms of dialect accents and other linguistic varieties. The other linguistic varieties found in Amanah Islamic Modern College are multilingualism, interferences, integration, co-switching, and co-mixing, pidgin, and Creole. There are some factors which cause the existence of language varieties in Amanah Islamic Modern College, seen from language in contact. Among them, we can mention multilingualism, the lack of vocabularies and grammars knowledge, the existence of seniors' heritage, the habit of speaking Japanese, which also influences that the way they speak in English, and at last the role of the Islamic college. It is due to the fact that the study shows that English of Amanah Islamic Modern College students are unacceptable in the English speakers society. According to this study, the teachers should teach harder and harder in order to make students learn how to construct sentences in the right way. Because if they don't know how to construct correct sentences, they will never be able to communicate themselves in the standard English used internationally. The students of Amanah Islamic Modern College should be more serious in learning English. They should practice it more and more in their daily conversation so that they can learn the language better, which can be acceptable in the English speakers society.